What lies ahead in the frontier? How can man push into the wilderness and pass nature's boundaries? We must have a guide, a divine guide. There is a power whose care teaches thy way along that pathless coast, the desert and illimitable air, lone wandering, but not lost. The frontier is filled with challenge and adversity. Man must improve upon himself in order to meet this challenge. A man who is too conscientious to misspend his days among the women, and learning the names of black marks, may never hear of the deeds of his fathers, or feel a pride in striving to outdo them.
Hello everybody, I'm Andy Spangenberg, your host of Let's Have a Chat. That was just the trailer for the new film, Over the Mountain. Here to promote their movie, we have award-winning director Dylan Hawkes and the star of the film, Timothy Noon. Hey guys. Well, first of all, I'd just like to say how much I enjoyed the film. And it was really inspirational. You guys want to touch on that at all?
Thanks, Andy. We really put a lot of effort into that film, and we just hope that the viewers got the message that we were trying to get across.
Right, and exactly what is this message you're going for?
Well, we're really trying to show through the film that the frontier for the early Americans was a place of divinity. They really viewed the mystery and majesty of it like heaven. And then, symbolically, a journey into the wilderness is like one's journey to find God in their life.
I was just really wondering, where the main inspirations from this film come, and especially for the incredible storyline?
Well, I don't want to give too much away from this story, but it's really about an adventurous kid who looks to nature for self-discovery. It begins with some tragedy. He loses both his parents and ends up getting cycled through foster homes. And one day he just has enough of going through all these foster homes, just decides to leave and go to the mountains to find both what's over, but also in the process find himself on this journey. Our inspiration for the story really came from two works, The Last of the Mohicans by James Fenimore Cooper, and another work which my character was heavily influenced by was by William Cullen Bryant, To a Waterfowl.
First piece, the Last of the Mohicans. What specifics about the book influence the film, and how do they contribute to the theme that you mentioned before?
That text very closely when I was preparing to direct the film. There's this one scene in particular in the third chapter of the book where the Native American character, I think it's Chingachgook, it's something along those lines. I'm not sure about the pronunciation, but and the American character Hawkeye are talking, and here Cooper personifies nature through the Native Americans' dialogue. I think he says something along the lines of, "We were one people and we were happy. The salt lake gave us its fish, the wood its deer, and the air its birds." So nature was providing for them, actually giving what they needed to them, and that kind of relates it back to the idea that, God provides. So nature provides, God provides, and then, by extension, nature is God, to an effect, in the way that he displays it.
Tim, you said your character was influenced by To a Waterfowl. How was that a particular inspiration to you and your character?
Well, Andy, I really believe that this poem helped me understand my character. Just as the waterfowl journeys alone, my character too journeys alone, especially after the death of his parents, and then also journeys alone into the wilderness. But it also helps describe our Christian journey. Just as the waterfowl journeys to get home, we too journey to go to heaven. I actually have a quote that really stuck with me from this poem is, "He who from zone to zone guides through the boundless sky thy certain flight, in the long way that I must tread alone, will lead my steps all right." So this really describes that God is with us in this journey, and just like my character, God is with him too. Throughout his poem, through his diction, he writes about the glow of heaven, the abyss of heaven, the summer home, all of these are images of heaven, and it's also something which our film does quite a bit.
The dialogue in Last Mohicans and in the poem To a Waterfowl combine in order to give the idea that in the eyes of the early Americans, heaven is on the other side of the mountain.
Exactly.
That's great, guys. It's an inspiring film, On the Other Side of the Mountain, in theaters, coming to you this weekend. This is Dylan Hawks and Tim Noon. We'll see you next week.